How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the FCB Army channel, because today we are covering the game from last night, which took place in Valencia, against Valencia, and we lost 2-0, of course. And I want to start off by saying Setien's plan really did fail last night, guys. He failed miserably because the guys are still not getting used to his playstyle and his philosophies and the way he plans his team out, because he really struggled last night, guys. We played horrible, and the lineup itself was, in my mind, it was wrong to a point where I feel like certain players shouldn't have started, like Arthur Melo. He seems like he's not ready. He's very rusty, and I don't think he's ready to come back into the fold. Someone like Arturo Vidal should have started over him, but we'll see what happens in the future, because I really do think we need to scrap the back three now at this point and return back to our favorite 4-3-3, because like I said, the guys just seem confused. Everyone seems like they're floating all over the place. Like Jordi Alba goes up. Roberto is not as defensively sound as I think Setien wants him to be, and he can't provide that balance at the back. And Valencia was ready for this. I really do think that their coach told them, hey guys, these guys are going to play with a back three, because they've been doing it for the last 3 games or 2 games, so we're going to be ready and we're going to know how to easily exploit that. And I really think like they did. They dominated the whole first half, guys. We were dominated throughout the whole first half. We would have been lucky to have not been down 3-4 goals in the first half, if not for Ter Stegen in net. He was huge for us, guys. He was dominant. Him alone saved us, and the defending was dreadful. Honestly, like I said, with this back three, the guys are not getting used to it, and they don't know how to position themselves properly or how to avoid getting counterattacked on. We conceded a penalty in the 12th minute thanks to some clumsy defense by Gerard Piqué, but in the end, the German wall came back for us, and he provided that stability in net. He saved us from going down early in the 12th minute with that penalty save. Ter Stegen is so clutch for us. I honestly believe he's one of the best goalies in Europe right now, and he did his part. He had multiple saves, not just the penalty save in the first half. Like I said, we could have been down 2 or 3 goals if not for him, and thankfully we have him in net. But the thing is, he needs support, guys. He really needs support. He needs more protection in front of him, because he can't save us every game. For him to be the star player or the outstanding player on a field, if not Messi, it's Ter Stegen, and that's not a good thing, because that means we're really struggling, guys, to cope with our defensive issues. And unluckily for us, it was a deflected goal that went in. It went off of Jordi's hip there, and that sucks, guys. It's unlucky. Deflections are always a thing where they can just go anywhere, but it was well deserved, guys. It was genuinely well deserved. Valencia did take their chances ruthlessly when going on the attack. They forced us to play long sometimes. We couldn't handle the high press at moments, and they were ruthless. They really were. They took their chances well, and we got punished for that. We really did, guys. We had no response. At the end of the day, we looked lost and confused within the system that Setien's trying to get us to play, and we genuinely looked lost. We didn't know how to cope with their pressure, and we didn't know how to cope with the things they were throwing at us. We were all over the place, guys. And Messi had a bad day at the office. 11 shots, 0 goals, of course. But when he's having a bad day at the office, what are we to do if we don't have anybody else who's going to support Messi up top right now? Clearly, with the loss of Luis Suarez, Messi has no support, and we were destined to lose this game. I really think we were, just because, like I said, Valencia had a game plan and they knew what to do. I don't know, comment down below if you guys think we were always going to lose this game. I mean, from the first minute, we looked very uncomfortable, and Valencia, being at home, took advantage of that. The crowd got behind them. They were the 12th man, and they rallied to win the game. Setien obviously needs time. Players need to adapt to his system, and I don't know how long it's going to take or how long Barca is going to give him, because obviously it is Barcelona, and being a coach for Barcelona has its ups and downs, but you have to perform week in, week out, or else crisis talk comes about, and that's what nobody wants. But I want to touch on one thing, and that's Arturo Vidal right here, the warrior of our team. I mean, this guy is genuinely a warrior for us. He provides so much depth on our team and so much going forward that he came onto the field with 35 minutes left on the game, and he instantly had an impact. I mean, within the first touch of the ball, within the first minute of him being on the field, we had already created 3 attacking plays. And that's absurd given that Griezmann did nothing within 90 minutes. That is inexcusable. And at this point, I feel like Setien should try him at the 9 because he's already up there anyways. Really, he's always running into the box, looking for a header, looking for just to get on the end of the ball, and he's always up there. He really is. He's our Paulinho of 2 years ago. He's always in the box, and he has nothing left to prove to the Barcelona faithful. I mean, I love him as a Barca fan. I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about him right now because he's performing. He's the second most productive player behind Messi at this point now. It was Suarez, but now that he's injured, we can't count on Suarez anymore, and Griezmann's not doing his part. So going on the attacking front, Vidal is really the only one offering us anything because nobody else is really. And another one is of course Ansu Fati, but raw talent, but of course still only 17 years old, guys. We can't expect the world from him. We can't put such pressure on his shoulders because he's not going to give us that every week in, week out. He really isn't. Griezmann, like I covered in my last video, is way too inconsistent. I mean, he was a ghost. He was ghosting last night, and he was nowhere to be seen passing balls backwards and just having a couple touches here and then, but he offered nothing going forward, and he was nowhere to be seen for Messi to link up with. It was sad, guys, but all credit to Valencia. They played a smart game. They knew their strength. They were at home. They knew what to do. They knew they had to just sit back, absorb pressure, and hit us on the counter. That was really their game plan. It really was. 2 goals by Maxi Gomes was enough to sink us, and we could never recover off that. Even off the first goal, we never looked like we were ever going to score, guys, because they sat back and we found it hard to get through their defensive unit. We really couldn't. We looked lost. We could not get in at all. Like I said, they had a game plan. They sat back and they counted us. And I think that's the formula for any team to go up against Barcelona, because we like to play that possession ball and break our teams down. But they did it to perfection. They did it to a T. They followed their coach's instruction and they beat us. And now we have more questions than answers, guys. What is happening with our team? What is happening with the defense? How do we correct these issues? Can we even correct these issues? Like, do we even have the right players right now? We don't know. Like, how long is it gonna take before Setien's plan comes like full circle? I mean, he's already feeling the pressure. It's 3 games into the Setien area, and none of the 3 games have been convincing. They've been a 1-0 win against Granada, a 2-1 comeback win against Ibiza, a 3rd-tier team, and now a 2-0 loss against Valencia, who is one of the rivals in the league. And there have been no convincing victories, and the Messi dependencia is real again, guys. Now with Suarez out of the picture, we are so dependent on Messi. It's insane because nobody else is stepping up besides Arturo Vidal and some glimpses of Frankie de Jong here and there, but there is no support for Leo right now. And the thing is, are we wasting his final years as a professional footballer? I feel like we are, because we're crying now that we're losing games, and while having Messi, what's going to happen when we no longer have Messi in our team? We're going to be crying even more because nothing's going to end up getting done. And it's a new coach, same problem, guys. Same issues. Valverde left us with the same defensive issues, and Setien's now finding out that all these issues are a problem because we can't get rid of these problems. Clearly, we've conceded 25 goals in 21 league games. That's insane, guys. No crisis talk yet, though. I'd rather lose now than in the months of March and April when the games are coming fast and they're the more important games in the Champions League and the Copa del Rey and the end of the league games. But it's early days. Like I said, there's more important games to come. The Clásico is coming on March 1st, I believe, and that is going to be a huge game, especially if Real Madrid passes in the table, which could happen today as they're currently in process of playing their game, but we have yet to find out and see what happens then. But nobody in this lineup is safe, guys. Nobody bar Messi, of course, and Ter Stegen in the back. Everyone else, I mean, there's a couple players here that you can say have a spot on the first team, on the starting 11, but at the same time, from last night's game, nobody is safe to even think they played well. Not even Jordi Alba, who I think is untouchable at left back. I mean, they just offered nothing. They offered nothing in attack, and it's sad because it is problematic, guys. And this is how the league table looks right now. And we're tied with Madrid on points just because of goal difference, but they can pass us. And I feel like they will pass us because Madrid's picking up form under Zidane now. And when you see it, we already have 4 losses on the season. That's way too many. Four losses, way too many, guys. And we're going to suffer because our rivals are going to catch up to us eventually. and we're lucky that we're not even lower in the table because of that. Also, in an injury report, guys, Ousmane Dembele is almost ready to come back, and that is a huge boost for us because he's almost like a winter signing for us, really. I mean, with everything he offers, we know what he can do. We know the talent he has and how he can perform week in, week out. Hopefully, he just has to stay fit. And he took part of training, and MD reports that he could possibly make it back into the fold come Sunday in our next game. But I feel like that's still way too soon, guys. I don't want to push him back when he's not ready yet. Also, the search for a number 9 continues, and obviously Lautaro is our favorite striker to go after, but I don't see Inter letting him go mid-season. I really don't. For 120 million, his release clause, I don't see it happening because him and Lukaku up top are like the dynamic duo, and I don't see them losing if they're fighting for the Scudetto. Ben Yedder is another one for 67 million euros, they're saying, is on the table, but even then, I don't know how you feel about this transfer. I don't mind it because he has league experience. He played for Sevilla, but at the same time, is he the player we need? I don't know, guys. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And join the FCB Army. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one.